The skies have opened, your gear's drenched, and your survival just got a whole lot harder. Welcome to the moment where 99% of people give up, but you won't. This is Prepper's Edge, and today we're going to teach you how to light a fire in the wettest, nastiest conditions imaginable. Let's turn rain into flame. You're cold, you're soaked. The rain hasn't stopped for hours and the temperature is falling fast. You think, I'll light a fire, until every stick, branch and leaf laughs back at you, dripping wet. This is the cold, wet enemy, and it's deadly. Hypothermia kills more hikers and survivalists than wild animals ever will. The human body loses heat up to 25 times faster when wet. It doesn't take long for shivering to turn into unconsciousness and then into the unthinkable. But first, you have to understand the enemy. Wet environments soak not just your gear, but your will to keep going. Wet wood won't catch. Tinder dissolves. The ground itself becomes your enemy. This is why knowledge equals survival. The secret hidden dry materials are all around you if you know where to look. That's what we'll show you next. Let's go find the materials that will save your life. Most importantly, it brings hope. A fire can signal for help. It can boost your morale. Remember, in the wild, fire equals survival. Starting a fire in the rain is tough, but it can be done. With the right knowledge and a whole lot of grit, you can conquer this challenge. It's about using what nature gives you. It's about outsmarting the elements. Stay focused. Stay positive. Your life might depend on it. In a rain-soaked wilderness, your survival depends on one truth. Somewhere out here, dry fuel still exists. You just have to know where to look. First rule, never trust the forest floor. Anything lying on the ground is a sponge for moisture. Instead, look up. Dead standing wood is your lifeline. The rain can't soak what hangs above ground. Snap it. If it cracks clean, you've found dry core wood. The outer bark may be soaked, but just beneath lies salvation. Dry inner wood for feather sticks and tinder shavings. Nature provides. Birch bark ignites even when wet, thanks to its oils. Pine resin burns hot and long. Fatwood, the heart of a dead pine, holds the sun's energy trapped in its veins. And if all else fails, a prepper knows to carry man-made insurance. Cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly are your secret weapon, small, weightless, and almost impossible to extinguish in a downpour. But you're better than that. You know how to read the wild. You've trained for this. You can get a fire started without reaching for the insurance. Find the dry core. Shave the feather sticks. Let the forest provide. Because in survival, self-reliance is the ultimate edge. Yet the wild conceals more for those skilled and relentless enough to uncover its secret fuels. Here are the overlooked allies of the desperate survivor: birch bark, the king of wet weather tinder. Its oily surface shrugs off rain and ignites with fierce determination. Pine resin sap, sticky, raw energy from wounded pines, burns hot and long even in the worst storm. Fatwood, pine heartwood, nature's survival candle, soaked in turpentine-like resin. One spark and it blazes like a signal fire. Cedar bark are rough, fibrous, and tinder gold. Shred it to a fine nest and it'll catch flame even after rainfall. Cattail fluff found near water's edge flashes to flame like dry gunpowder. Never underestimate it. Old bird or squirrel nests. In true emergency, the dry inner chambers under dense branches can offer precious tinder. Dry inner core of rotten logs, the outside rots. The inside may stay surprisingly dry. Crack it open. Check the heart. Fire, fungi, chaga and horsehoof fungus, Fomes fomentarius. When prepared, they hold a smouldering coal for hours like ancient survival tech. Dead bracken fern stems. If shielded under dense growth, these slender, bone-dry stems can light faster than you'd ever expect. The untrained walk past these gifts. The prepared harvest them silently, knowing they may spell the difference between warmth or death. But I'm not stopping here. There's more, much more. If you're serious about surviving out here, stay close. I've got even more covert ways to hunt for dry ignition in a soaked, merciless forest. This isn't just survival, it's a mission. Your mission, our tribe's mission. And at Prepper's Edge, we're not here to just entertain you. We exist to arm you with knowledge, to strengthen our tribe, and to make sure you're never caught unprepared. Let's go deeper. Let's get it done. We've covered a lot of forest dry wood sources, but there are a few more elite-level survivalist tricks even experienced preppers often overlook. Here's what's still left. Vines like wild grapevine or honeysuckle can have dry inner fibers even when the outside is wet. Pine cones burn surprisingly well if collected under dense cover where rain hasn't soaked them through. From dead standing softwoods like cedar, juniper, pine, Even in heavy rain, you can split certain dead pine branches and find trapped resin veins inside. Tiny twigs at the very tops of standing dead trees. Reeds or dry grass sheaths at forest edges. Bramble stems, blackberry, wild raspberry. When you think you've searched everything, the forest still whispers its final secrets to those who refuse to quit. A true survivor knows. The driest wood isn't always where you expect. You just have to look harder, dig deeper, and think wilder. You've scouted, you've gathered, now comes the true test. In a rain-saturated wilderness, even your best finds can betray you. One failed spark leads to another. Then hypothermia waits, silent and patient. This is where ordinary preppers fall, but not you, not our tribe. Here's how survivors force flame from a merciless, sodden world. Start small, go smaller, then smaller still. The forest rewards precision. Shave feather-fine curls from dry bramble cores, grapevine fibers, cedar bark. You want fibers so thin the wind threatens to carry them away. That's your ignition net. Crack the armor-dead standing branches. Nature's hidden vaults, drive your blade in, split them lengthwise. Inside, protected from rain, hides precious dry heartwood, the outside lies. The inside lives, harvest nature's gasoline, split pine or spruce. Look for sticky amber resin veins. This is the forest's rocket fuel, smear it on your tinder nest. One spark plus resin equals sign defiance against the wet. Build a sanctuary for your flame. Find natural cover, an overhang, a hollow, the thick shield of a spruce canopy. Raise your base off cold, wet earth using bark sheets or flat stones. Protect the baby flame, it's your heartbeat now. Earn every layer. Fire demands respect. Never rush. Tinder pencil-lead twigs, finger-thick sticks, wrist-sized fuel. Stacked too big too soon, you lose it all. Patience is survival. This is not camping, this is combat. The forest will test your will. It will dare you to fail. Refuse. Breathe, focus, ignite. This is why true preppers never gamble their survival on nature alone. In the wettest hellscapes, your kit becomes your insurance policy. Here are the essential backup fire starters every member of our tribe must carry. Ferro rod plus striker, the king of reliability. Soaks? No problem. A ferrocerium rod throws molten sparks at 3,000 degrees Celsius, enough to light even damp tinder if prepared right. Stormproof matches waterproof. Windproof, almost foolproof. Strike once, and they burn fiercely no matter what nature throws at you. Tuck them in a sealed case. Waterproof tinder cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly. Commercial tinder tabs, waxed jute cord, all ignite fast, even after rain. Small, lightweight, life-saving. Butane or plasma lighter. Modern tech meets survival. A refillable butane lighter or windproof plasma arc lighter works where matches fail. Always carry a backup. Char cloth. The old-school legend, charred natural fiber, cotton or linen, catches the faintest spark and smolders long enough to build your flame. Compact and priceless. The rain falls like a curse, the cold gnaws at your bones, you're wet, exhausted, alone, and the night is closing in fast. There's no rescue, no backup, no second chance. Your only ally now is fire, but in this drenched wilderness, fire won't come easy. You'll have to build it, shield it, and defend it like your life depends on it. Because it does. This is no campfire for comfort. This is a fire for survival. This is how you forge flame in the face of the storm. The rain thinks it's won. It floods your camp, drowns your spirit. Most would quit here, most would fail, but not you. You know how to build a fire that laughs at the storm. Raise it or lose it. The ground is your enemy. Soaked, icy, unforgiving. Build a platform of dry sticks, bark, or flat stones. This is your fire's throne. Lift it high or watch it die. Sculpt your fortress of flame. Stack your kindling in a tight teepee or lean-to frame. Keep it compact yet breathing. The angles become walls. They shield your tiny ember from the relentless rain. This isn't just structure, it's survival architecture. Layer for battle, start with the tiniest curls and fibers deep inside. Stack larger, drier sticks outward like armor. Think smallest to largest, inside to outside. The core burns, the shell protects. Simple, ruthless, effective. Improvise your canopy. If the heavens open harder, you adapt. Snap pine boughs, peel bark sheets, stretch your poncho, create a roof. Buy minutes, that's all you need. Minutes to go from wet nothing to roaring salvation. This is what separates survivors from statistics. Your fire stands, your spirit holds. The storm retreats, you remain. Your hands shake from exhaustion, but you smile. The worst is behind you. The fire becomes your beacon, your lifeline, your proof that you refuse to quit. This is the ancient bond between human and flame. The same fire that saved our ancestors under freezing skies and relentless storms now answers your call. You've beaten the elements tonight, But survival never rests. Your next move, keep the fire fed, keep your body warm and stay sharp. The wild has more tests waiting just beyond the glow. You've won this battle. But in the wilderness, the war for survival is never over. You stood against the cold, you conquered the wet, you forced flame from a world that tried to swallow you whole. You didn't quit, you adapted, you survived. This is the mindset of a true prepper, not just gear, not just knowledge, relentless willpower when it matters most, because out here, no one's coming to save you. You are the rescue. You are the fire starter. You are the survivor. If this video lit a spark in you, if you're ready to push further, learn more, and prepare for any storm the world throws your way, then it's time to join the tribe. Hit subscribe, smash like, follow Prepper's Edge for more survival secrets that could one day save your life. The storm will come again. When it does, be the one who's ready. Be the edge the world never saw coming. Be Prepper's Edge.